and the girl, Tosaka Rin, reached her destination, the Mato household, the workshop of the old family of Magi who came to this town 200 years ago. Even though her family gave them land as a cooperator, the Mato family are outsiders they never concerned themselves with. The two families formed a non-aggression pact and bound themselves to not be concerned with each other's affairs. She walks on, uncaring. If there was a pact forbidding the two families to associate, it was broken 11 years ago. It originally formed by the heads of the two families. They had abided by it for 200 years, though its purpose had been forgotten. Neither Tosaka nor Mato have obtained the Holy Grail during that time. Their pact was made to obtain the Holy Grail, but since their wish never came true, there was no reason to follow such an ancient pact now. She strides through the front door without ringing the doorbell. She did not come here as a guest. She is here as a master, to eliminate one of her competitors in this game. Well, that's true, but... Rin searches through the Mato household with a sour expression. The Holy Grail War provided her with the reason to come here. Therefore, she is not bound by the pact between their families. Even though she persuades herself, she cannot change her personality. I see. This is the first time I've gone against my dad's instruction, she mutters to herself. But it's nothing special. It's not like something important was destroyed by disobeying her father. If she regrets anything, how stupid of me. I should have came here earlier if I was going to break the pact anyway. It's the remorse towards someone who has endured it for over 10 years. Rin, it's about the layout of the house. There are 2 blank areas. Huh? Where is that? Is it on the first floor? The second. It's a bit small to be a stairway, but it probably goes down to the basement. Okay. By the way, have you noticed it, Archer? Of course. But it shouldn't be harmful. If you choose to ignore it, I will as well. Our target is that monster. She nods to his words and goes to the second floor. Even though the Red Knight is not visible, he is by her side. She brought him in case of combat, but it seems he takes notice of small details. After traversing the house once, he has come up with a blueprint and can point out where the empty spaces are. Rin has come to realize that Archer is skilled in analyzing the design and structure of objects. I have been thinking, that strong point of yours isn't suited for an archer. You can whine later. Here, I got it open. It's dark, so watch. They stop talking. From the opening in the wall, damp air flows out of the pathway to the basement. The rotten smell is unbearable, even for Archer, who has not taken form. They come down to a damp stone paving. Murky greenish darkness engulfs them. The numerous holes must be to bury dead people. In these stone chambers, the corpses decompose and fade away, leaving the holes empty to await their next occupant. It is like the process of burial above ground. The only difference is the process of decomposition. It is not the soil that decomposes the corpse here, but the writhing mass of worms. This is the training ground of the Mato, the Makiri. She gets dizzy. It's not because of disgust or chill. It is anger that causes her to shudder, repent, and vomit. This is the training ground. A place like this used as a training ground. The space containing rotten moisture, the smell of corpses, and the infinite worms is the room given to the successor of the Mato family. What can one learn in such a place? The only thing here is breeding stock. Worms to breed, worms to raise, worms to train. The people of Mato have trained, urged, and bred their successor with these worms. How different is the world from her own. The cold-hearted ways, the difficulty of the task, and the pain of the engraved magic circuit. She is not comparing the severity as a successor. If one is to talk about the burden, sufferings, and the harshness, hers is incomparable. She overcame more difficulties and hardships than anyone. That is why she is a genius magus, and an average one, the user of the 5 elements, that the Magic Association is accepting as a scholarship student. If she orders her to command the worms in this room, she will be able to create a superior spell in half a year. Rin can create a spell that the successor of the Mato family has been unable to create even after 10 years. But this method of learning is madness. If asked whether she could withstand being violated by these worms, she can only hesitate. The inheritance of the magic here is not a study, but a torture. A magic that is not taught to the mind, but to the body. That is how the Makiris pass on their magic, and this is the preference of the old magus, Mato Zoken. Therefore, to be chosen as the successor of the Mato family means to be tortured forever. Rin, I know. Zoken isn't here. He either ran away or has another secret base. Either way, there isn't any clues here, so we should get going. She leaves the stone room, suppressing her urge to scream. Her footsteps fade. After that, the worms swarm around what she has vomited out. She returns to the ground floor. Her business finished, she makes for the door and... Shinji, you're there, aren't you? It's no use hiding. She calls out to the person hiding in the secret pathway. Tosaka, you... I was going to ignore you and go home, but I've changed my mind. Let's talk for a bit, Mato-kun. Mato Shinji glares at Rin, but follows her request. He is obviously afraid of her. His fear is not because of facing a master and her servant, but rather because of the threatening attitude she's taking. Don't kid me. I have nothing to talk about. First of all, the Tosaka family shouldn't associate with the Mato family. Why are you here? Oh, we both go to the same school. I don't think it's strange for me to come over. Ha, don't make me laugh. You break the lock, search through my house, and call it coming over? So I guess it's true that you lost your manners after your dad died. What a pack of morons. Since when did the Tosaka family start acting like burglars? Is that how I looked? That's not such a bad idea. There's nothing here worth stealing, but burglars do more than that, don't they? They go into violent rages when they're found. Yes, I do want to act like a burglar right now. She's joking, but she isn't smiling at all. Tosaka Rin is coldly staring at Mato Shinji, who has his back to the wall. You idiot. You're wrong. I have nothing to do with Zoken. I didn't know what that old bastard was doing until now. Yeah? So why did you become a master? That's because... A gritting sound. Even though he is cornered by Tosaka, he swallows his words. He was willing to tell her anything she wanted to know about the old man. This girl is dangerous right now. There's no telling what she will do if he keeps quiet. In the worst case, she might simply kill him out of rage. Because... But he can't say it. Telling her why he became a master is like asking for death. Even if... Then I'll say it for you. You just wanted to act like a magus. You're a failure and can't be a magus, so you wanted the Holy Grail to make you one. You have no other goal. You're a coward that wanted proof to hide your powerlessness. It's something trivial for others. Tosaka, you... Am I wrong? You didn't have a magic circuit even though you were born to the Mato family. But that's not your fault. The Mato blood was fading away anyway. The duty of the Mato family as the Seeker was fading away from the time you people came here. But you persisted. You thought it was special to be special, and you demanded something you didn't need. You can't be a magus even if you obtained a magic circuit like that, but you clung to the special right that should have been given to you. Don't talk to me like you know everything. Don't talk bullshit. I can't be a magus? How do you know that? I can tell. I can say with certainty that you will never be a magus, even if you obtain the Holy Grail. You just don't have the talent. That's the difference between you and Emiya-kun. What? His jaw drops. That name is unexpected for Mato Shinji. It's fine if Tosaka opposes him as a master. He expected that. But it cannot be possible for Emiya Shiro's name to come from her lips. He's just an amateur. He isn't from a family of magi, nor is he suited to be a master. It's too much for him to have Saber. So why is his name coming out of Tosaka's mouth? What? Stop that, Tosaka. Why are you talking about Emiya? Because he's stronger than you, and he has the right qualities to be a magus. Emiya Shiro has something Mato Shinji does not. Yes, he doesn't have the talent just like you, but he has the quality to be magus. He is the best at it, and it's something he won't lose in. He's the best, huh? Him? Ha! Don't make me laugh, Tosaka. There's nothing he has that I don't have. He's the one who got nothing. He's just a lucky bastard that made a contract with Saber. Shinji's hatred for Shiro must have blown his fears away, as he now faces Rin straight on. The girl sighs and shrugs her shoulders. I see. I guess you really are beyond help if you don't understand after all this. I thought I'd hold you responsible, but you're not even worth it. I'll let you go, so go run to the church before Emiya beats you. She turns her back on him, telling him she has no business here. She heads for the door, not even bothering to treat Shinji as an enemy. I'm inferior to Emiya? His voice burns with hatred, but he cannot do anything but watch her go. He'll surely be killed if he attacks her here. Even Mato Shinji can see the difference in their powers. Tosaka, you... A voice filled with deep resentment. Jeez, I guess it can't be helped. She stops and says goodbye to the boy that used to be the successor. Fine, this is the end, so I'll tell you. Those who aim farther for others' sake, those who think of others before themselves, and those who hate themselves more than anyone. These are qualities of a magus. There is a place you can't reach, no matter how much talent you have. I never thought anyone would meet this condition. This is a contradiction you can only have if you're born broken. Shinji, you're a good example of someone who nurtures a needless inferiority complex by despising others. You love yourself so much that you believe everyone else is below you, even when they are superior in every way. You're empty inside. The only one who thinks you're full is you, and you're just like a balloon. Your destination changes depending on the wind. Do you understand? One such as you is unfit to be a magus. A servant would never obey such a person. This world is unrelated to you. No matter how much you consider yourself to be a master, you can never be a master. The sound of retreating footsteps. Tosaka leaves Mato Shinji alone in the dark room. He drops down the wall. Mato Shinji crumples down like a puppet with its strings cut and keeps laughing. I see. So that's how it is? His tongue lips over his dried lips. A dull sound. The boy smacks his head hard against the wall behind him, as if trying to break his skull. In short, he just has to disappear, right, Tosaka? His laughter continues. Should I use the command spell? I don't think Saber will lose to Assassin, but this situation is too ominous. We're fighting this ancient monster, It's too dangerous to have Saber by herself. Oh, you suppressed your poorly made murderous intent? It seems you have a plan. He laughs, mocking me. He is looking down on me, not caring what plan I have. Fine, laugh all you want. If the command spell can answer the master's wish, I am ready to use them all to bring Saber here. I concentrate on my left hand while glaring at Zolkin. I only have one command: to summon Saber to my side. Even if you realize what's happening, it's too late. Heat lights up on my left hand. The concentrated magical energy is released as I wish, and the command spell loses its color with slight pain. I want to think it's because I failed. I want to think I used it wrong because I don't know how to use it. It seems like it's over already. You surprised me. You shortened my life by 10 years. He laughs. I hear the wind in the distance like a death cry. I feel a pain on my left hand. My left hand is prickling. My command spell loses its heat as if it's bleeding. No way. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. The pain on my left hand. The sound of the wind has stopped. The old magus is laughing with murderous intent that is almost visible. That is the truth. You should be able to tell as a master. That means your servant has been eliminated from this world. My brain stops. My vision freezes. What is this guy saying? Why are you shocked? Saber has died. She has been defeated by Assassin, one she took lightly as a weaker opponent. Can you not tell after that simple fact? What the hell is he talking about? My left hand hurts. My left hand certainly hurts. But my command spell is still there. It's fading, but it's still there. Then Saber should be coming here any second now. Don't. Then let us end things here. They are still useless for the daughter of Tosaka, but you are of no more use. You can die along with Saber on my holy land. Don't talk shit, damn it! I run. I charge at the enemy in front of me, as if to shake off the ominous thought and the pain on my left hand. Ha! I charge at Zolkin and swing my weapon with full force. I swing my weapon down onto his head. But something obstructs me, and my whole body is flung away. My back slams against the wall. I must have been hit in the stomach, as I can't breathe. My back is numb as if scorched with fire. I hear worms crawling about my ear. The worms by the wall scatter to avoid being crushed by my landing. Even though the squirming sounds have a mocking tone. You've made it, Assassin. Then I shall lead the kid to you as well. This is an easy task compared to Saber, so enjoy it all you want. Zolkin disappears, and in his place, a white skull mask is smiling in the darkness. That must be the servant assassin. An assassin with a black outfit and a white mask, appropriate for Mato Zolkin. I'm going to die. Pain on my left hand, my numb mind, my heart accepts the death coming in the next moment and pounds loudly. And I accept the weapons thrown at my forehead, throat, heart, and stomach. A flash of silver light repels the weapons. The 4 daggers that tried to take my life are blocked with a sword. There's only one person who could do such a thing. My left hand still hurts. The command spell is still there. Then... Saber? Fool, did he not kill Saber? I raise my head. The one who has come to protect me from the white masked servant is... What? A servant dressed in black, just like Assassin. Rider? There's no doubt about it. That is Shinji's servant, Rider. Why is she here? And why did she save me? Are you going to oppose me? I don't care. Assassin, kill her too if she gets in our way. The skull answers Zokin's screamed command. The long hair flutters. Rider silently turns to Assassin and she confronts the daggers that are fired like rain. They move too quickly for mere human eyes to follow. The masked figure leaps about the temple. He jumps from the wall to the ceiling, then from the ceiling to the floor, hurling daggers from each position. Coming from all directions, the daggers can neither be blocked nor avoided. The relentless onslaught carpets the floor in knives within seconds. Rider can't manage this. I know how strong she is from the battle with Saber. Assassin's attack is something even Saber would have trouble blocking. It's natural for Rider, who was defeated by Saber in one blow, not to be able to cope with the attack. The white skull mercilessly fires his weapons. It looks like an attack containing irritation. I realize the abnormality after the superiority is made clear. They have not hit her. Not a single one of the daggers has struck its target. You... A voice comes from overhead. Apparently out of knives, Assassin looks down at his enemy with undisguised loathing. There exists one giant serpent. I can't believe it. So many. Rider evaded the countless daggers with pure speed. It's different from when she saved me. Rider avoided all the daggers while crawling on the ground, as if saying there was no need to repel them. What are you playing around for, Assassin? You don't need to go easy on her just because she is my grandson's servant. Finish her. I cannot do that. She is different from before. Assassin stares at Rider while clinging to the ceiling. Rider is different from before. Her magical energy and coercion is on a whole new level. Even if she is not as strong as Saber, she certainly is stronger than Assassin. Why? Rider has no answer, but her body sinks even lower. The instant I realize her movement is a gesture to aim at her prey. Rider jumps up to the ceiling, and Assassin jumps down to the floor, their blades clashing in midair. They land facing away from each other. Rider is unwounded. In contrast, Rider's dagger is piercing Assassin's shoulder. I can't pull it out. Assassin tries to pull out the dagger in his shoulder. Then, with a clinking chain link, Rider hurls Assassin through the air. The skull mask lets out a scream of anguish. Not saying a word, Rider continues to mercilessly swing Assassin about the room. It's just like a flail. Unable to do anything, Assassin is smashed against every surface in the room, his limbs bending in all directions. Whoa! I duck to avoid Assassin coming in around like a whirlwind. This isn't on the level of being strong. After flailing Assassin to her content, she uses a centrifugal force and lets go. It's a hammer throw. Assassin, with his bones broken, is thrown at a wall head first. He flies away. Like a piece of lifeless trash, the masked servant bounces through the compound, out the gate, and down the stairs, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Oh, how brutal. I'm sure servants aren't so weak as to die from that, but he should be unable to continue fighting at the very least. Fool. Zolkin's presence disappears. The old magus must think he is at a disadvantage, since he flees after snarling a curse at Rider. The worms that were squirming in the corner disappear, following their master. I'm brought back to my senses by the pain from my stomach where Assassin hit me. Only Rider and I in the temple now. I take a deep breath and try to calm down. Then, I realize that the only pain I feel is in my stomach and back. Instinctively, I know what that means. I endure the dizziness as I head out of the hallway. Please wait. It's dangerous to go alone. There's no enmity coming from the rider. It seems she actually came to help me. Why? I don't care why she saved me. More importantly, you're Shinji's servant, so why did you save me? I want to go there quickly, so why am I taking my time? My orders are not to let you die. I only obeyed my master. I see. That's fine. I don't believe her, but it's good that I got an answer. More importantly, I have to hurry and go there. I understand right away that this is the place. The corridor is dead silent. The whole place is destroyed, as if a storm passed by. In it is a small red stain on the only part of the ground that hasn't been destroyed. I can't tell whose blood this is, but my legs lose strength the instant I see it, and I crumple to my knees. I reach out and touch it. The blood is dry, and it doesn't stick to my fingers. The only thing the stain tells me is that she disappeared here. My role is to protect you, Shiro. How many times did I hear that line? Those words were a comfort and a source of worry. She only cared about me, and she never said anything about protecting herself. I scratch at the mark. Saber fought here and fell here. That's what happens in battle. I knew before I made a contract with her that this would be a battle to the death. I accepted the fact and took her hand, and she merely answered me. The girl who protected me, even though she was smaller than me. When I told her I wanted to put priority on the Black Shadow over the Holy Grail, she simply nodded, ignoring the premonitions of her end. And this is the result. I lost her, lost my rights as a master, and I'm back to being just an amateur. I am now alone, with no means of fighting. I have to carry through with what I have to do. Then I have to go. I slowly rub the bloodstain one last time. That's it. I don't bow or thank her, and let my fingers go. Pain assails my left hand, and it disappears. The moment I acknowledge her death and say goodbye, the command spell on my left hand disappears without a trace. One does not lose a command spell just because one has lost his servant. It only disappears when the magus loses his right to be a master. I see. So I don't know what happened here tonight. There's only one certainty. I lost Saber and my rights as a master. I leave the Ryudo temple. My stomach and back seem to be wounded badly, but I'm not worried about the pain right now. I shall see you home. It is dangerous to walk alone at night, even with the enemy gone. What? I stop unintentionally. All of Ryder's words tonight are unexpected. I don't get it. Is that also an order for remaster? No, I have received no such command. This is my personal choice. It is a whim of mine, nothing more. I see. I'll believe you in that case, but you don't have to walk me home. We're enemies, so I can't get further in depth to you. Enemies? So you still have the will to fight us, even though you are not a magus and has lost your servant? I don't answer her. First of all, I never said I'm out of this war. Okay, I understand. Then please be careful on your way home. Her long hair flutters. Ryder heads to the mountain gate ahead of me. Is it because she looks so defenseless? Thank you. I mutter something I forget to tell her earlier. What? She turns around looking surprised. I'm embarrassed to see a reaction like that, but I have to properly thank her. What did you just say? And she's asking me seriously too. It's awkward to stare at her straight on, so I avert my gaze. I said thank you. I would have died if you haven't saved me. As you can see, I can't give anything in return right now, so I have to at least thank you. Please do not mind. I only obeyed my orders. I will kill you immediately if my master's order changes. With those cold, emotionless words, Ryder disappears through the mountain gate. I thought so. That's why I told her I wouldn't take any favors. I start walking after Ryder disappears. I can think later as to why Ryder saved me. It takes an hour to get home. I have to shake off the lingering memory of her in that short time. I return to my house. It's already past 1 o'clock. I put my hand over my mouth as I cough up blood. My stomach still hurts from the assassin's attack, and my back still burns from hitting the wall. I don't know how badly wounded my stomach is, but I bet my back is just scratched. The wounds that healed so quickly before aren't healing at all. I'm back to my old self again. When I had my contract with Saber, wounds healed themselves, but that's lost. Even a slight wound could prove fatal now. Then, when I go into my front hallway, I find Sakura waiting for me. What are you doing up so late? Did I wake you up? No, just couldn't sleep. I noticed your shoes weren't here, so I was wondering where you went. I was just taking a walk. Come to think of it, the light was on when I came home. Then was Sakura waiting here the whole time? Sakura? Were you waiting at the door all this time? No, that's not true. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I just happened to be by the door when you came. She was waiting here. It's been over 3 hours since Saber and I left. Maybe Sakura noticed right away and was waiting here all this time. Anyway, do you want some tea? It's a bit late, but you'll get your spirit back if you drink warm tea and relax. I'm surprised. Sakura is really pushy right now. I must really look terrible if she's forcing herself to act this way. Yeah, please. I'm home. I'm sorry I went out without telling you. I take off my shoes and go into the hallway. I hold my aching stomach and head to the living room. With me in front of her. Yeah. Welcome home, senpai. Sakura looks relieved. Ouch. I wince with pain, but lie on the cushion and bear it. The disinfectant keeps stinging my back. The sizzling sound makes me feel like I'm getting my back scorched. Sakura, that hurts. I think that's enough disinfectant. Just wipe the wound and put gauze on it. No, we have to disinfect it properly because your back is all red. And it's natural that it hurts. You come home with such a big wound, so please bear it. Is it because of the archery club or Fujine that she's merciless towards injured people? Does it hurt anywhere else, senpai? No, I only hurt my stomach and back. Everything else is fine. I see. Then all that's left is put some gauze on and tape it up. Sakura handles the first aid kit with practiced ease. She looks so intent on it that I don't want to interrupt. Well, let's explain why this is happening. It's because I threw up the tea I drank because it stung my stomach. I didn't want Sakura to find out, but that gave it away. I had no choice but to tell her how badly I was hurt, and now she's treating me. Well, she wasn't much of a devil to begin with. You hurt your stomach? When I showed her my stomach, She was blushing so badly that she couldn't treat me. Are you okay with this, Sakura? I can treat myself, so you don't have to push yourself. Besides, my back is even worse. It's alright, I'll do it. Please, let me do it. She was so flustered that I half expected her to faint when she saw the wound on my back. Please, take off your shirt. I didn't want to stop Sakura, since I couldn't treat my own back. I did as I was told and let her treat me. Still, it was so bad that she couldn't do anything for a while. She stared at it for a few minutes and started treating me after a gulp. I'm starting. That was 20 minutes ago. It's past 2 o'clock now. Sakura's careful treatment is about to end. Okay, it's all done. Here's a new shirt, so please put this on. Huh? It's done already? Thanks, Sakura. You're welcome. Thanks for your patience. I put on the new shirt and took a deep breath. There's nothing to be done about my stomach, but my back feels much better. I'll sleep face down tonight, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Well, let's get some sleep. I'm sorry I kept you up so late. No, that's fine, but... Sakura hangs her head. It seems like she wants to say something, but can't. Sakura, did something happen while I was gone? Senpai, did Saber-san go home? I get dizzy for a second. Did Saber-san go home? When I hear the words from someone else, the reality of it finally sinks in. Yeah, I know it was sudden, but she went home. She's not coming back. I endure my dizziness and answer calmly. It's not like it's a stupid question. Of course you would think something happened to Saber, who was here 4 hours ago, is gone. But I have to put on a strong face and act like nothing's wrong. Saber was talking about you before she went away. She said you should take it easy, because you're the type that thinks too hard. I see. I wish I could have told her goodbye, since we just made up. I can't even nod to that. Saber disappeared before I could even say goodbye. The fact makes my heart so heavy that I want to vomit. A collaborator for only 6 days. My partner for only 6 days. How can I repay her? The one who was my sword for only 6 days. But I'm glad. Ever since she came, you've been getting injured all the time. Now everything's back to normal. What? Isn't that right? I won't ask you what you were doing, but you were going out to help Saber-san, right? Now that she's gone, you're not going to be exposed to danger anymore. You're wrong. I'm going to keep going out at night, even though Saber's gone. It's not that I was helping Saber. Saber was helping me. I stand up. My tension is gone now that the treatment is over. I'm getting really sleepy. Good night, Sakura. And while we're on the topic, I'll be leaving my house a lot more often starting tomorrow, but you can keep using this place like you've been. I'll come home late, like tonight, but I don't want you to worry and go to sleep. Please, wait by the door for me like you did tonight. Okay. Good night, senpai. I rest my body. I didn't feel it until now, but I'm dead tired. Drowsiness overtakes me the moment I lay down. But before I do so, I glare into the darkness and prepare myself. What Saber lost against, and what I should be fighting. I have to accept them here and now. It hurts just to think about it. My body is trembling, and my mind is about to lose against anger or fear. What I have to fight against. It's that shadow. That thing that hacks people without discrimination. The black shadow that even Saber and Archer fear. I know with certainty, even though I didn't see it, that is what defeated Saber. Assassin cannot defeat Saber. So if there is something at the temple that can defeat her, it's that shadow. I have to beat that thing. I have to beat the thing that beats Saber. On top of that, I'll have to deal with Mato Zoken and an assassin. Zoken said there's no more use for me now, that I'm no longer a master. But so long as I stay in the Holy Grail and search for the shadow, Zoken would continue to haunt me. A shiver runs through my body. Saber's not with me anymore. I have no miracle that heals my wounds, and the only weapon I have is magic as a half-assed magus. I know this is a reckless, suicidal choice, but I decided to fight. I said I'll become a superhero. I lost Saber because of that. I've walked in Kiritsugu's footsteps ever since the fire because of that. My only option is to stop the war, so such a disaster will not occur again. So this will be the only night that I'll tremble in fear. When my wound heals and morning comes, I have to act strong so the girl who disappeared can be proud of me.